Okay, sorry about that, guys. Clearly, I was having some issues with my router being outside today. Can everybody hear me okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me all right. I see that I got Son of Crayon Slayer is pretty much the only dude here, and he might have left. So I apologize for being late, man. Um, so I am here. It would be great if somebody could let me know if these new earbuds of mine are doing the job and you guys are getting sound quality okay. But if you're part of that replay squad, feel free to let me know if that turned out anyways. This is the first live I've done with these. So it is Saturday, September 21st, and I am doing a live more than anything just to remind everybody that I do lives every now and then. Been really inconsistent about it lately, but everybody who's been following the channel kind of gets why. Okay, good. Thanks very much, SOC. Appreciate that. So it's just you and me, by the way, and that's good. Let's even if you're in the replay squad today, let's just talk like it's just you and me. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about those 60th anniversary soldiers. Somewhere in this mess, I have them. Show you some pickups I got through the week that I recapped on the Thursday video there of Thrifty Thursdays. Talk about what's happened since my last live, which is hitting that 500 mark. That's cool. Cheers to you guys. Thank you very much. Cheers to me too. Thank me very much for doing that for me. No, that was a big milestone. So I got to do something for it, right? So I'll talk about that. But where is he? Is he in the other bin? I also want to talk about rock and roll today. The music, sure, we could talk a little bit about the music of rock and roll and all the things that are implied with that, but moreover, the G.I. Joe character rock and roll. And the reason I want to talk about him, if I can just turn up where I set him down right here, is because we know that he's coming to the retro line soon. And he's one of the OG 13s that I suddenly took for granted what they did do for updates to him. And now I'm kind of wondering how much I'm going to love that retro version of rock and roll. So we'll talk about that a little bit today. But it's not going to be a long stream. If I were to show you what I'm doing right now, it's sorting everything out in bins right now. But basically, I bought through the last couple of weeks and just kind of put down and haven't had a chance to sort through. So, and thanks very much, guys, for tuning in on the replay if you have, just to see what's been new. So, talk a little bit about Backyard Battlefield as well. It's been a kind of chaotic summer for all of us. It's coming to the end. If we have kids, our kids are in school again and people are working and everything like that. So I really don't know when the next Backyard Battlefield is, but I'm pushing for it in the next week or two. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're watching this on the replay, that's the one I do with Aaron, the toy enhancer, and 3-Star Draw, two buddies of mine who I've befriended on YouTube. So yeah, let's just start rolling into rock and roll and get that OG 13 out of the way. You know, I want to do it that every live I do, I talk about a particular Joe that's caught my attention since childhood, and rock and roll was always one of them, right? Craig McConnell, the Bad News Surfer, and I always kind of took for granted the stuff rock and roll had to deal with carrying around all this ammo and things like that when I was a kid. My friends had them. I never had them. Did you guys have them? You guys let me know in the comments if you had rock and roll and were a fan. But this modernized version of them with the the M60 machine gunner, I'm wondering if on the retro line if he's going to get the older era paint job on that, or we'll get the cross straps for sure. But I don't think he ever had a backpack either, right? So I think really what we're looking at is just the grunt, right? When we get that. Your brother had him, eh? I never had him. It was just another poorly bearded Joe as I saw it. And yeah, when I never got him as a kid, I never sought him out. But I noticed his absence later as I was getting more into Joe and my friends kept having him. But Mython, good morning. Mahalo, my friend. It's good to see you, brother. It's Mython the Python is always, that one guy who's always going to cheer you up. Even if you didn't ask for anyone to come and cheer you up, he just coincidentally put something up there just when your vibe is getting low, and it gets you back up. Hey man, thanks very much for dropping by. Not going to be a long live today. So yeah, rock and roll coming to the retro line. But here's the thing about the retro line I'm having an issue with is I can't predict wave overlap, and that's what we're getting. And speaking of overlap, let's bring on one of the backyard battlefield guys, and we'll bring on, where is it? Growl. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, man? How you doing this morning?
Doing all right. There, I cranked up my volume because it suddenly seems like everything's coming through my iPad now and not my headphones.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it is. So I'm going to quickly give you the stage, say hi to everybody, and I'm going to see if I can correct that.
Okay,
1 sec.
Works for me. So who all is here this morning? Got Son of a Crayon Slayer is here, Mython, Woody Triple Deuce. How you guys doing this morning? What you got going on this weekend, fellas? Everybody's doing all right. I've had about 4 hours of sleep last night, so it's too early to be running on fumes, but I'm running on fumes. And I'm trapped at the house all day because my truck's in the shop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when I reached out to you this morning, man, you said you were having a sleepless night and you weren't sure if you were going to make it. So I appreciate you dropping by. I don't think this is going to be a long one. Turns out
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, can you hear things like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Shit. So for lives, I don't know why these aren't hooking up, but for videos they hook up just fine. But for lives, they don't seem to want to kick in. And I'll have to look into that issue. Sorry, guys. I thought I solved all the sound issues.
Huh. That's weird. I mean, you shouldn't have to change or mute any other settings other than maybe double check your settings and make sure it's defaulted to that and any other volume is off. I don't know. That's weird.
It is.
This computer stuff does weird stuff when it comes to hardware and settings.
Yeah, and I'm not a very tech-savvy guy. I'm the first one to admit. So I'm just making sure all my other Bluetooth stuff is off. But, yeah, so I was going to talk a bit about rock and roll today because it seems like, I don't know, man. I get the impression everybody almost forgets he's coming to the retro line. I never hear any conversation about him.
Yeah, actually, I don't really hear a lot of conversation about any of the new, like, name-only reveals for it. You would think he and Mindbender would be the two that the people are talking about the most, because when rock and roll come out, you have so many people going, oh, I just wanted a classic V1, or, oh, why didn't they do V2? And they mixed them both together, and that one looks great to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's back to the, like I was saying, like Grunt and the Olive Drab. It works.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Now my headphones are working. That's what it was. I had my Bluetooth on my phone and it picked one.
That's what I have to do too. I've got to turn it off on my phone when I use my buds with the computer.
Yeah. Hey, so just saying hi to guys as they trickle in from the chat. Woody 222 wants to say hi to everybody. Hey, yes, he says, and yeah, well, okay. Hi, Crow too. Hey, Woody. No, he did. He said hi earlier. I just scrolled way past everything. And Woody's, oh yeah, opening a shit ton of Woodies. So I gotta admit, this week I knew what Woody felt like. I walked a mile in a Blurman's shoes this weekend. If you guys don't track Woody 222, basically every day is a toy haul day with Woody 222, and you'll see his videos are just nothing but boxes and boxes of new toys, right? Right?
Yeah, he's living the life, man, when it comes to getting in hauls and toys.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, this week I was walking in Blurman shoes because I was like, you know what, I need to take out some rage lately, and I went shopping. And yeah, Toys R Us was very kind to me with content this week with those 60th anniversary. But I was picking up Jada, I picked up NECA, I picked up more Hasbro, I picked up so much this week that I haven't had a chance to pack it, like put it anywhere. Do you ever do that? Yeah, where you like,
oh yeah,
unbox a toy and you're like, I'll deal with its kit later, and then later never comes.
It's usually like It usually sits here beside me on my review area until I get something else I need to review. And then I'm like, shit, I got to put that somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, Woody wants to know if you ordered the new figure Askira.
That is the reason that I am or was up when Crow sent me a message and got no sleep because I stayed up
Oh,
way too late working in this room and set an alarm so I could get up and try to get that. Yes, I did get it. It's not, I was hoping it would be something else, but I'm happy with it. So,
right on.
um,
Yeah. So did you pick up any good figs this week for classified or retro, or was it all other
uh,
brand?
I don't know yet. I picked something up. I don't know if it's any good.
Oh, what'd you get?
Has
Let's
Hasbro delivered that guy? Oh, nothing out of the ordinary. I just got my
Oh yeah.
starter. So he came yesterday, and I've been working in this room trying to move stuff around and rearrange, and I hadn't had a chance to open him yet. I'm gonna try to do that later today. So that's really the only thing I got this week that is gonna be here this year.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything else is ordered, right? Like it's
Yeah.
all waiting to the trigger. Like, did you order your bread van yet?
Oh yeah. I got that taken care of, and
Yeah.
the of course, I keep talking about how much I like the Hunter tank, and that did not end. I just looked because the early bird was supposed to end last night, and he kept it going again. So I have a
Yeah.
feeling he'll probably keep it going until the end of the month because we're still 215 away from getting that awesome blast effect with the tank. So
Mm.
um, but I did what I was saying. I did order. I had not ordered the Wolverine attachment for it.
No,
So
no.
I did. I ordered that like yesterday because I didn't. If the early bird ended, I wanted to get it while it was cheaper.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I got some good news this week. Ace from or the Ramen Toys got back to me on my email because I had managed to put a down payment on the Hunter,
Yeah, you
and
told me about that.
but at this point, sorry, this wasp is really just getting very friendly. At that point, we weren't sure if Ramen had solved their shipping issues to get it to Canada yet. So they reached out to me. Yes, they shipped to Canada, which is great. So the Ramen gate is open. Just for Canadian subscribers here, and I've met a few of you in the Ottawa region over the last couple of days. Just be aware that that's not the best news. Like it's great news that you can get ramen out here, but not the best news for your shipping rates. Okay, just be warned. Yeah, we're gonna pay a
Yeah.
lot for shipping out here on the ramen, right?
What do you mind saying what it is? Do you know exactly what it is to get the Hunter there?
No, I don't. I see what I've been paying for shipping to you guys, and I calculate a math equation in my head for an extra border jump from one shipping place to another kind of. I picture it's whatever the US shipping is, probably plus about maybe 10 to 15%. That's what I'm
Okay.
expecting. And that's just an estimate to make myself prepared. Right.
Yeah. Because I ordered the tank and the bridge layer together. So hopefully
Yeah.
that should be in one order with one shipping charge. And it was 80 or $90. But there's also no tax when you order from ramen.
Right.
So you offset that plus whatever it works out to, like on their other sellers like BBTS. You still come out ahead even though the shipping's really high. Like the people are talking about the bread vans right now because they're on BBTS, the three except for the A team one. The other three are on
No,
there.
can't call it the A team. We'll call it the vowel team. Vowel team
Yeah,
because it's
the
you're
Val.
not licensing.
Ace called it that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fair.
just
Okay.
talking. So the alphabet team is what I think the code name is. So that one is the one that last time I looked wasn't on BBTS, but the other ones, the retail price is what you're paying through BBTS. So you're paying that, you're paying a couple bucks of BBTS markup, and then flat rate shipping, it's still cheaper if you can get it on the early bird to order it from Ramen. I've done the math in the cart. It's not much cheaper, but it's like $5 or $7.
Which makes perfect sense, though, right? The more hands you add into the getting it from ramen to you, the more people need their money, right? So yeah, it would
Yeah.
make more sense to just go direct. It probably wouldn't save you that much more, but it saves you. Again, ramen. Ramen's one of those brands that if you're not familiar with it, if you're new to toy collecting and 6-inch line, ramen is like a HasLab kind of quality, or so far they've shown that they can make really good vehicles with the ramen racer. What we've seen at Joe Fest of the Hunter and its variants, the van and the pilots, Aces of Aviation. So I guarantee you're not going to see them on clearance. So if you're kind of curious about picking up a tank because you don't think Hasbro is going to get a tank for your line, the Hunter's a really nice Mobat step in, and now is the time to order it with the early bird. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Which will be ending just any time now. So I do think, since he said he's doing that stream at the end of the month to unveil the new racers and the Razor, I think he'll just keep it going till then, probably, to try to get those orders in so we can get the blast effect. So if you hadn't ordered one and you're on the fence, please go order one, because I want that blast effect.
yeah, right. Like it's better than patches.
It's much better than patches.
Right.
Although we get blast effects too with the patches, but
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I would say is that it's kind of disappointing that the tank doesn't come with any lighting. Like there's no electronics to this one, unlike with the Ramen Racer. He's now stepped away from that and said, yeah, we're going to that's an added cost that probably isn't worth it anymore. And the Ramen Racer, you're out of the two of us, you're the only one with any experience with that. So do you think the electronics of that are sustainable over time? Do you think, like, if you were to play with that for once a week for a year, would some of that stuff just start to fail, do you think, or would it still hold up?
I'm split on that question, because, as you know, mine had a tail light out when I took it out of the box. So I don't know. Everything else seems good. I got it plugged in, so I have a battery pack for it, but I got it plugged in. I'm rearranging these shelves, and I want to just keep it up here when I'm not playing with it, so I can just turn it on. I think everything on it is solid. I think just whatever, maybe through shipping and jostling or whatever, maybe that it has to be that diode, just the diode that's in it, because everything else is fine. I think it'll hold up.
Yeah, and that's
I need to restart my computer.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I'll be right back. My screen's just froze, and you can see me, but all I can see is my desktop background. So I'll be right back. I can't do anything here.
We'll be here when you get back, bro. All right. Son of Crayon Slayer. Sorry, there we go. Off topic, why the hell are the ferrets on BBTS and not on Pulse? No idea. I actually haven't gotten to looking there yet. The ferret's the next one on my order list now that I've got a tiger paw or two on the way. The ferret's on that list, but I don't that will always confuse me. How Pulse has stock somewhere else, and that reappears, as we saw with the Once a Man Cobra Commander and whatnot. The way they juggle their stock is weird when other stores seem to have it, like the ferrets showing up at BBTS. I'll have to get on there after this show. No idea. Blast Effect, yeah. So selling 1,500. I don't know. I don't know if it's ramen advertising, if it's ramen price, if it's ramen shipping, what it is that has held off those 1,500. But hey, I think he's going to hit his mark. It's just a matter of time. I think if I were Ace right now over at Ramen Toys, I'd be looking at which content creators have the pre-orders in, and I would do a random selection to get a couple of those out for just putting word of mouth and showing this tank and getting those reviews in to see if that boosts some pre-orders. Because I know he has a couple of mock-ups done. We saw them at Joe Fest on the tables there. So Yeah, we're only down to 2. That's okay, guys. Saturdays are a tricky day. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the 500 mark and kind of where we're going. And this is more for the replay guys, as it is for anyone else tuning in and for when Down South gets back. So 500 happened, and as guys find out when they hit 500, eventually YouTube unlocks and says you can apply for monetization now, and that's all that super chats and memberships and stuff like that. Um, we'll talk about that, but afterwards we got to say, hey man, we got to do a giveaway for 500, right? And I am going to do a giveaway. It's going to happen as soon as I am finished my 250 prize for grievance and get that, at least packed and ready to ship. Then I'll feel better about having closed that long loop that I never understood it was going to go like that for me. Finish that one, give him the prize he deserves, plus what he deserves for waiting so long for it. And then we're going to give away, definitely giving away a once a man Cobra Commander. And I'm going to try and find something else to have as a second prize for that. And that's just what I'm going to do for 500, guys. I'm not a prize giving away channel. I like giving away prizes every now and then when the situation's right. But I do recognize when there's times where your chat really deserves some rewards. And my guys that follow my channel deserve rewards for putting up with some of my stuff. So that's what if you're wondering what we're gonna do for 500, that's kind of the plan right now. But it'll happen well after 500 as we get going. Like I said, I got to close that loop first. So 500 subscribers, thank you very much. I'm under no disillusion. A lot of new subscribers came from when I did the 60th anniversary um 60th anniversary stuff, because the Hasbro shipping god smiled on Ottawa for once and said, you can have it first, you son of a bitch. And I said, thank you. Hi, you're back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened there, but everything completely just crapped out. Like I could not do anything. Everything was still going, but I could not click on anything, couldn't do anything. So, the
That's all right, bro.
wonders of computers.
Yeah, and I love them. I'm not at all savvy with computers, so when you have a problem, I just believe you. I
Yeah,
don't try and solve it.
I'm not nearly as savvy as I should have been. I wish I'd put a little more forethought into learning about them when I was younger. But I'm like, man, they're a fad.
Yeah, when I was in high school, and they used to have the punch card you could program and Lotus 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Like this was the big computers, kids. Um,
yeah.
hey,
I
so
did
the
take
Vala,
typing,
yeah, typing to yeah, steno. Yeah, what is that, steno or whatever? I don't.
stenography.
That was it. Yeah. So, Son of Crayon Slayer doesn't want to start a fight with Valaverse. Yeah, well, you got the wrong two of the backyard battlefield to start fighting about Valaverse right now. Um,
Yeah, we don't
they
really care.
we care, but it's just fun. It's fun to watch someone else care a little more. Uh, Valaverse always sells their buys first and don't even have special memberships. Yeah, you know what? Bobby runs his company pretty much the way your best friend would have run the company if you and him had played and said, "Let's do this." I think that's kind of the way he does. He's playing to the fans and not just the market, if that makes any sense, right?
Yeah,
So
and that's what Hasbro claims to do, but they do it about 20% of the time.
okay. So right in front of me is a perfect example of when Hasbro claims to do it. It's just such a transparent, no, you're not. Okay. These 60th anniversary jumpers that I don't even have in their para gear, it's lackluster, but they're an airborne reprint, right? They're all cammed up. And Hasbro wants you to be troop building these, so they give them all the exact same head. The exact same head, regardless of campaign. You can't tell the difference because the campaign's that freaking good, right? And they do this and they say, these are the new things that we're bolstering our line. It's good to go. But you look at how they're produced and you see one mega piece of effort and something new about it. And then a lot of, well, let's just throw in this stuff and say it looks really good. Valaverse does it a little differently. I don't think they do it any better, and I don't think they do it any worse. I don't know your thoughts on that, but their troop builds to me they're no better or no worse.
Well, I don't have any of them, so I'm,
No,
all I can give is thoughts. And yeah, I mean, they're only going to be able to give you so many different heads with them to change it up. But Vala does actually offer different price points in his figures for your background characters or your troop builders, or say you got a goon squad and they're all dressed the same. So I think they do it a little bit better than
that's
Hasbro
fair.
does.
Yeah,
So
when it comes to access, I agree. I was just on their site the other day because I go on every other day, and I'm like, do I want this or not yet? Not
I
yet.
was
I
on
gotta
it
get
this
this wave.
morning.
Right. So, for those of you that haven't been on it lately, the what is the Valaverse's name for their Chuckles equivalent kind of deal? It's Condor, undercover Condor.
Condor. Yeah.
Condor. So their undercover variant of Condor, who's wearing his own, relaxed shirt and jeans. That used to be something that you needed their Vala points or whatever their point system was. Remember the old flag points from G.I. Joe? You'd cut them out, you'd mail them in, and you get a manta, right? He's got the same thing, Vala points, and it used to cost Vala points to get access to this character. He has changed that. That thing's becoming regular order now, so I'll definitely be picking one of those up. But Vala also sells loose figs, guys, and
Yeah.
that's balling right there, man. That is
Yeah.
for the
That's a
fans.
great. Instead of selling them to another distributor for pennies on the dollar so they can put them up for full price or more, yeah, they actually just go ahead and take them out of the fucked up box and sell them to you cheaper.
Yeah, man. And I got mad props for that because it's like the box, really, the only reason you would want a box is to get those flag points or those pardon me. That's offensive when you're talking about it, I guess,
Mm,
crossing the words. But the Vala points and the file card on the back. And we know how people can get about file cards, right? I'm bad for it. So that would be why you want the box. But if you don't care about that stuff, having access to figures out of the box and still get everything that was in it, that's great. I wish Hasbro would look at that a little bit longer.
Hey, so are you looking at ordering some Vala stuff like right now? Like you're thinking about getting some right now? Because he's got that sale going on.
Yeah, so
I want to get one of the mystery boxes.
I was looking at the mystery box. That's not a bad deal. I can't remember what all was in it. Can you speak to that a little bit in case people want to know about it?
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up right here. I was looking at it this morning because I wanted to get a little better idea of what it was. So they're $74.99. Each box contains, and I'm reading it right off the Valaverse website, one deluxe figure, which is $40 or above value, one core figure, 30 value, one basic figure, 20 value. So right there, you're up to 90. A gear pack, which is $12. A weapon pack, which is $12. One of the ghillie suits, whatever other random things they might want to throw in. And with the mystery box, he's sticking in certain ones of them, basically a gift certificate to win a Vanguard. And it doesn't say how many, but at least one is a chance to win one of the 50
Pink ones.
pink Vanguards.
And the other
That's
one
a
I
hell
think
of a
was
deal. The
yeah, I think
muddy.
the muddy tan I think was the other one, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm thinking I'm gonna order one. I think that's because when you convert that to Canadian, that's easy, $100. But I mean, like, I would spend probably 250 to three trying to get that stuff one at a
Yeah,
time,
so it's
right? So
40, 70, 90, 102, 114 plus I don't know how much the ghillie suit's valued at if you can buy it separate. Whatever bonus items there are, which might just be like some loose accessories or something they've got. And then the possibility to win a Vanguard. The gambling on the possibility to win a Vanguard is, to me, that's worth $75 right there, because you're going to get your value in whatever you get in the box.
oh hell
So
yeah. I'm just
I'm
calling up the site.
great at it.
So Valaverse, yeah, I'm just seeing if I have action to it. And shit. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, Trigger is awesome. Trigger's coming back up, as I understand it. He's one of the reprints. You know, Hasbro doesn't do that either, until it's a Mindbender or Serpentor, and then they just don't do much more than re-release it. They don't improve it. But I'm not slamming Hasbro right now. What I am saying is that Valaverse, he's caught my eye, right? And I don't know if that's because of recent events between our friend Aaron and Bobby Vala that made me look harder at it with trying to be unbiased, or if it's just this next wave of Bobby's has had more in it. Because I don't know about you, man, but I definitely want to pre-order Colonel Siege. Have you seen him?
Oh
Right?
yeah, he's the one out of the wave, the Series 5. He's the one that I really do want to get, because I'm thinking, like, if you get him, and then you get, I forgot what his name is, but the commander for the
Condor?
the commander in the
Monster
Force, whenever he comes out, and put those two together as like a field command team or something, I think both of those will really complement each other. And it'll probably be another year before we ever see the Monster Force one, but I do think the Colonel Siege figure is pretty badass.
It is, and he reminds me so much of the actor from the movie Avatar that played the bad guy there, and you know,
Yeah,
like he's got that good look, right?
That's what I see when I look at that guy. And my next door neighbor looks just like both of them, and kind of acts like the dude from Avatar sometimes.
Villainous and racist.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes he's fine. We've warmed up to each other, but it's only taken about 12 years.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than somebody you're trying to get along with, and then they have that far right or left wing stance on something that you have to smile politely over. Like, how do you feel about them immigrants?
Yeah. I'll tell you a story about that sometime offline. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I do see that with Colonel Siege, as I see the guy from hey, there's a message. I see the guy from Avatar too.
Yeah, and a little bit of God, I want to say Timothy Oliphant, but I don't think it's Timothy Oliphant I'm seeing in that. But he's just got that iconic look of a famous person you can recognize, right? And it's coincidental. And we're talking about Valaverse's equivalent to, I think, a General Hawk, right? And I think that if I'm getting that right, Colonel
I think
Siege.
so. Yeah, like a battle hardened commander, but he doesn't mind being on the field with the troops, although maybe that might never happen, but we're talking about toys.
Well, I figure if he's on the battlefield, then he's got to be, whatchamacallit, it's got to be a big mission if he's out there, right? I've always said that about Hawk too. I didn't like Hawk just showing up on every mission out of nowhere, right? Yeah. It's like, okay, you're too important to be on every mission taking the risk. So
yeah, I pulled up Colonel Siege because it's been a minute since I looked at him, and I can kind of see a hint of Timothy Oliphant in there,
and that's
a little bit.
I want to credit whoever's doing the facial designs for this wave. Hey, Aaron's here. Just mainly due to, not to blow sunshine up anyone's ass, the biggest problem I had with Valaverse was they really like doing troop builds over individual characters. It seemed like there's just a lot more push to say, hey, look, we're a build-it up army, right? But they had these individual characters, and they would give you alternate heads that you could order, right? And I'm thinking of Kill Switch and a couple others for that. And I was like, man, if you have these facial sculpt guys working overtime, like, I want to see more face sculpts, and I want to see troop builds when a company's doing that right. I want to see troop builds at companies that maybe aren't nailing face sculpts, and they can default to that,
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those things I would like to see more out of Valaverse. So I'm not gonna focus too much on Vala. I've got their website open. I'm just trying to find that special right now. Is it
go to products and just scroll down. It's toward the bottom of the products page.
Toward the bottom? Okay.
Yeah.
Like after wave 4.
Yeah, I see this at the bottom under extras.
Oh, there it is. Mystery cart. I'm adding it. I mean, hey, I would love to win that pink or tan Vanguard, just because the pink Vanguard is just one of those things where you've got to tell the story every time, and it's because it's for breast cancer. And if you have anyone in your family that's been affected by cancer anyway, you can get over the color pink pretty quick if you're against it, right? So,
Well, I think the figure was the breast cancer figure, and then while he was doing the figure, somebody just said, "Hey, you should make the Vanguard pink." And so he did. I think only the figure is for that, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Either way, pink is pink, and you're still going to be able to use pink to support the cause. I just think that was how it was marketed, but don't quote me 100%. But
no, I'm going to.
I happen to like the color pink, and I'm not afraid to wear it or say that I really like it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one of the Vanguards. I just wish they did a muddy version of the pink.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like I'm like you. Pink's just a color. When I was an insecure teenager, worried about what chicks thought of me or what dudes were going to beat me up for if they could, pink was on that list. But now it's like, man, it's a good color. It's flattering for the right people. I'm just trying to find out how to check out here.
I've got
I'll look at that later.
My best real world friend that I've known since middle school. He's one of those guys. He's not you mention anything paint or something, he's one of those guys like, I'm not wearing no fucking paint. And I'm like, well, you're stupid. You're almost 50.
Yeah. Yeah. If we were going to question your sexuality over a color, dude, you would have seen indications of that long before 50.
Right.
Yeah. I like this comment.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. They probably all do, Bobby. And what are you gonna do?
I'm just
like
laughing.
Electric cars.
Yeah, I could just see it. Like if Bobby Vala was actually watching this stream right now, and then I put up this comment. I just finished saying it's a good thing. Then he sees this chemical factory. Ah, come on. Yeah,
we'll be the subject of a video.
Yeah. So I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to find the checkout page on here. Oh, there it is. Got it. I think I accidentally ordered 2. That's not good. I don't want to order 2. So yeah, I'm going to order this thing. I'm just going to go back and do that. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad you brought that up.
So there's so I kept looking down, and so you can actually order a 3-pack of the ghillie suit for $34.99. So basically value the ghillie suit at $11.50 a piece. So if you just want to put a price on something else that you're getting in that box with it, there's another roughly $11.50 added on top of it.
Yeah, bro, I'm ordering this for the channel just because I think this is a good deal, and honestly, I'm just really curious. I want to see if I can beat the odds on anything. What deluxe figure do I get? Do I get a deluxe Pandora? Do I get a trigger? Do I get a bone collector? Like, you don't know, right? And
yeah. No, it does say that everything that's in the boxes is going to be stuff that's currently in stock. So I would want to do it to see if I could get the Swarm Tracer, because I never did order one of those guys. I really like that Swarm Tracer, the glow in the dark one. And Punk said it's one of the better glowing figures in his glow in the dark collection. So I really like that one. They have a wounded one, which is a loose one. They've got one for 34, but
yeah.
So last time I did a mixed mystery box, I come out pretty well, and that was when I did the Mythic Legions, the Mysteries of Mythos box, and I ordered that, and I actually got some really good figures out of it. So I got good luck when I do that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the problem. I have the sunlight in there, but that's not it. My God, I'm having such problems. For some reason now I tried to order Condor, and I'm like, that wasn't it. I need points for that still for now. Sorry. I probably shouldn't be doing this on a live, but now it's a vendetta. I have to do this, right?
And now it's a principle. It's
It
principalities
is.
now.
It's principle now because it's getting mad at my eyes for not being able to see this.
Well, I don't know. I was able to add him.
No,
Um,
it's finding it on my phone right now because
oh,
my eyes are that bad in the sunlight. It's glaring off my phone, and I'm like, I've had it up 3 times. I accidentally ordered 2. Now I can't find it. So special
okay.
deployment. There it is. Mystery box. Good. Check out. I apologize to the chat, but I really need to get this off my. Never mind. It's not working. So, did you know I never had Transformers in any of the new lines? By the way,
When you mean new, you mean like modern?
yeah, I have not bothered looking at these things, and you know what I think of them? I hate Transformers. I am not coordinated enough to play with Transformers in the way that I wish I could.
Yeah, there's
This
not much playing with them.
No, and even with instructions, now all I feel is condescended to and still coming out as like I failed some IQ test.
Yeah, I don't. That's one of the things that keeps me from really buying them. I mean, another one is I got enough irons in the fire, but I'm really mainly only interested in G1 style Transformers, and I love the movie line
Yeah.
Transformers that they got out from the movie. But I can't go down that road, but that is one of the other things that's stopping me from even getting the ones that I really like is you buy a modern transformer and the the instructions for it look like War and Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Even
story being told.
the little ones that Aaron sent me in that package that he sent me, I love them because they're they look really accurate to the cartoon, and they're the little like 3-inch ones or whatever. And even those transforming those, I had to sit here and like, okay, you got to do what, and you got to flip what around and lock what, and so they're it's not that they're not awesome. I just don't have the patience for them. Like I've seen people say you transform them twice a year. You put them on the shelf in robot mode for 6 months, and then you spend a day and transform them all, and then they're in alt mode for the next 6 months.
Yep. Yeah, I have it took me, like I said, the better part of a half hour to transform Shockwave here. And it just hasn't been working out. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave them because I get really frustrated with it. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna transform them anymore. I have had nothing but problems trying to order from that site, so I'm gonna leave it till after the live, but I am gonna get one. They're not sold out right now.
No,
Um,
I thought they would. I thought they'd go fast, but they haven't. They're still there.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad you read about that because it was exciting me what was coming in the mystery box, and I almost forgot about it this morning because I was reading about it the other day. So definitely getting that. Have you seen these guys in your area yet? The
Oh,
Vaxeal Retro?
nah, that's the one. That's the one I'm waiting on. I got the shipping soon notice on him, but no movement on him yet. He's supposed to be, I think the 23rd is when he's supposed to start shipping. So hopefully I'll have him next weekend. But no, they're not on. They ain't in any stores around me. There's
No, I
one Walmart. I mean, some of the Game Stops maybe, but like the big stores, the Targets have them, but the Targets that actually have them are pretty hit and miss. But I haven't actually been anywhere to see if Stalker has showed up in store yet, but I highly doubt it. But I am really looking forward to the Cobra Commander. Am I froze or is Crow froze? Hmm. One of the two of us is frozen. Let's see. Don't look like it's me. I don't know what happened there. Can you guys still hear me? Yep. Okay. Crow froze. All right. So Crow will reboot. He's probably trying to do too much on his system and overtaxed it. So I will be here when he gets back, just like I had to reboot and he had to wait on me to get back. Uh, while he's got your comment up, you have some of the masterpiece transformers. Those things are freaking awesome. I love those masterpiece transformers, but yeah, they are very expensive to collect. Every time I see one, especially one that is like a themed from the G1, like what I remember and what I had as a kid up through the movie. Anytime I see one of those, I'm like, oh man, that thing looks so dope. I really want to buy it, and I look at the price. I'm like, just don't know if I can drop $200+ on something that I'm not a fan of, just something that I'm not really that deep into collecting. It's been expensive here lately, guys. It's gonna be an expensive ass rest of the year for us. Like I'm gonna have to make some choices on stuff because we got all these figures getting ready to drop from Hasbro. We're getting ready to get Raptor and Road Pig, and then Grenadiers and all of those guys, Alpines, Arctic Storm Shadow. Did you guys see any of the pictures that they are out now in Hong Kong? There's a couple people on the classified community page that have in-hand pictures of V2 Storm Shadow and Iron Grenadiers kind of popping up everywhere. It seems like a lot of people have him. So I know one of the guys that has him is one of the guys that's in Hong Kong, and he previews stuff early all the time. Like he'll get new wave figures, like the direct 4-figure wave stuff. He gets them all the time, and he's got them. He actually posted a picture yesterday, I believe, where he was in a store and took a picture of like Raptor, Road Pig, Iron Grenadier, Alpine, and Storm Shadow on one shelf. Like, can you imagine that? Like, I'm never going to see that here. And then the next day he had them all. There's Crow.
Oh my God. So everything overheated all at once. My tablet, because I was sitting out in the sun, and my phone. So I had to cool it all down. So I'm just going to go grab my stuff, but we have another guest on there. Oh, no, it is you. Okay, that's fine. I thought there was someone else there. Hey, I thought you guys would all be gone. Thank you so much for sticking around, and thanks for keeping it going.
Yeah, I probably had them for like 3 more minutes, and they were like, all right, enough of this shit. I can't listen to this guy no more.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, note to self next time, the downside about being live outdoors is if you don't have shade, you have about 45 minutes.
What's the temperature like up there right now?
Probably in the mid 30s right now. Like, it's hot right now, but there's a nice breeze.
Yeah,
we're just getting into our fall season. Like, you can see our trees are all turning yellow and things like that. So I'm
actually Googling Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the conversion.
Yeah.
So that's 30 Celsius is 86. So it's warm there. It is here too. Tomorrow's the first day of fall, and it's supposed to be 94 here.
Yeah. So you've got a good impression of it. I'm glad you looked up the conversion chart, because I couldn't.
I can never remember it. I should know it. I mean, I've looked it up, and I'm like, this is something I need to remember. And then probably a G.I. Joe fact pushed it right out the other side.
There you go. That's what I said when I joined the Army. They give you a big, long service number. I'm like, if you expect me to memorize this, something's going to go. It's going to be my social insurance or my phone number, but something's leaving.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to keep moving around. I just got to move a couple things out of the sun if I want to keep things going. But I think we'll just call this one an hour today. Like, I was really wanting to check these headphones to see if this was solving my sound issues. Oh, my cats have escaped.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So, Darren, I missed what you guys were talking about while I wasn't there, for one.
I was just
Hello?
talking about Bobby's comment that you
Oh.
had up here about him collecting the Masterpiece Transformers, and like I like them, but they're just out of my price range and don't really fit my stuff that I collect. But and then I mentioned that the new wave of Joes is out in Hong Kong, like Alpine and all of those. Hey, he's gone again. I guess I'll wait and tell him what I was talking about last time next time. Oh, Porn, where you are? Where are you, son of a crayon slayer? I don't remember where you said you were at. So, Woody getting rain? Yeah, I saw you guys were getting a bunch of rain. There he is. He's back.
Yep, just clearing up the headphones there.
All right. I asked if people had seen that the new wave of Joes like Alpine, Iron Grenadier, Iron Bat are they're hitting in Hong Kong now. Like they're out in stores there now.
Is that where those reviews are coming from? Is Hong Kong? Because I saw an Iron Grenadier up, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Is that Australia again?"
No, the figures came from Hong Kong. I think there are a few people that have a good source over there that can get them stuff soon as it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the persons that I have seen that has Iron Grenadier does, but there's one guy that is big on the classified community page, and he's over there. So anytime that mainline stuff hits over there first, he's usually the first one with pictures. So I was saying I think yesterday was in a store somewhere and saw like 5 of them on a shelf and took a picture of it and posted it. And then he started putting up in-hand pictures. So won't be long before they're over here. I haven't seen them on any of the Chinese sites that I check yet available, but I ain't getting them. I ain't doing that. So if they show up, early, I'm not doing that. So, you want to talk some more about rock and roll?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to remind people he was coming out in the retro line, and I think I said everything I wanted to say about it. But what I was getting at about the retro line is I got my retro Cobra Commander before I got the Beachhead from the wave before.
Wow.
That's just it. I have no idea. And Stalker now, also before Beachhead. And it occurs to me, I'm like, I have no idea how Hasbro treats their wave releases for retro with the overlap on waves. It doesn't seem as controlled or tight like it does with classified. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they show up. I think it seems like more places seem to get the retros online and in physical stores.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, who knows? I mean, what anything going on at Hasbro's doing, especially with the distribution. But usually we get 3 retros around the time or in the middle between waves. Which is what they've done this time of the mainline, 4-figure releases. But I've given up trying to predict anything with what they do because I don't think they know either.
Yeah, just got irritated.
What's up, Triple C?
Hey, the Triple C's here. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, buddy. I know you've been having quite the time. I've been hearing, so I hope the day finds you well, bud. Yeah, it just bothers me because there's so many different opportunities I had to bring in a Beachhead from somewhere else. Right, like Aaron the Toy Enhancer was constantly offering me one, and he's actually sent me one. But I was like, no, man, I got to pre-order it. I'll be good. They've never failed. Well, they're failing, right? So I even see their backup on Amazon. But here in Canada, the Beachhead for this wave of retro on Amazon for the longest time, it was selling at like $70. That's how
third party.
Yeah,
I hate that. I hate them third party sellers on these sites, man. Amazon and Walmart are the worst.
Yeah. It wasn't enjoyable trying to understand and predict things. So I don't know.
I have seen Eel and Snow Serpent twice now in a big box retailer.
Oh yeah, they're showing up everywhere here. Like, and that was the big thing about the wreckage and the tiger paw I wanted to express too. Is like, okay, remember this used to be Toys R Us and Target exclusive for Tiger Force, but now, right? Like it's showing up everywhere. They've opened it up, so I don't know if Night Force is going to be the next one to hit that. Let's loosen it up a bit kind of wave. I hope it is, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, far as I know, Walmart is still going to get Night Force. I'm looking because you mentioned Target, and I hadn't looked. I usually check every day because you mentioned wreckage and the tiger paw, and I usually check Target every day because I was finding them like a lot. Like I was able to get several of them, and I traded or sold, or I got a couple for Jay down there at Yojo Depot, but they have not shown up. They've not populated in the Target app here for over 3 weeks. So I think that deal is done. It wouldn't surprise me if some of them wind up showing up at BBTS, but I think Wreckage and Tiger Paw is over. You guys might get some up there, but I think for us, I think whatever's out and been distributed is out.
well, that's weird. And so Stanley says he still hasn't seen one in his area. And Stanley, I'm not sure if you're in Canada or the US, but I mean, just check with GameStop, see what it is, because I don't even think the staff knew they were getting that.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, it could be. But still no sign of the ferret in the open market yet out here in Canada either. Like, that was one I expected to show up at Toys R Us for sure, even though, like I thought, why wouldn't they be selling this?
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like they've had everything else up there, so it seems like they would get that too. What's up, Stanley? And you mentioned Stanley, Savage Land in the house too.
North Carolina. Yeah, I was just about to say hi to Savage Land. I was just waiting to address that. Savage Land was not a Transformers, but the War for Cybertron line was good. Oh, well, with the Joes. Oh, hello. Where's my camera?
I don't know. We can hear you. I hear you. What did you do, Richard?
Oh
there
my
you
God.
go. Stanley, you're not that far from me, North Carolina, depending on where in North Carolina.
I have sound issues.
I can hear you.
Hang on. I know what it is.
Crow
oh
after
my God.
dark.
This has been a nightmare of a stream, guys. I apologize. Holy crap. What a bad day. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you good. Yeah, this is like Pop Blender when he was trying to figure out his trying to stream Fallout the other night.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to say hi to Savage Land, and then friggin' next thing I know, I can't hear anything. All of a sudden, my earbuds are sparking up again. Like, we're back. I was like, what the hell? You weren't working 2 minutes ago. Frig.
Must have heard something they didn't like.
Yeah. So what I was saying was I've been trying to pre-order or find a Megatron that scales well with the Joe Classified line to match what was kind of going on in the Skybound Cobra Commander series, right? But haven't been able to find the right Megatron yet.
Those Masterpiece ones, man. I've seen a couple pictures of that Masterpiece one scaled with Joe's, like in robot mode, and that's the M whatever it is, MLD or MDL whatever deluxe one. I've seen some pictures of people that have that one. That thing looks great next to Joe's, but it's also like what y'all like $300, so it better look great next to them.
Yeah, it better look great next to your Maserati.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I had a coffee around here before all that chaos. But you know what else I picked up this week, though? The one figure that really impressed me, and I didn't. I was like, I'll buy it just to see what it was. I was that curious because they're a hot item right now. But Jada's Violent Ken. Where's that there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There is something about the texture of this figure. Like, it's hard to describe. I think in my video, I described it like a Barbie doll. It's got that kind of a feel.
Yeah.
Do you understand the difference I'm talking about? Like where it's soft but not too. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's a weird, and it's not like the other Jadas for that texture like that I have, right? So I was like, huh. But
See, I
yeah,
still don't have any of those Jada Street Fighter figures because I was not a Street Fighter fan. I was a Mortal Kombat fan, but I do want to pick one up. Just I mean, I know who the characters are, but I just never was a huge fan. But I do want to get one, and I've been looking. I really want the M Bison one, but I'm trying to
yeah.
find it in the wild at Target, and I saw online a few weeks ago that Walmart's are actually, some of them are actually getting the Jada figures. So I've been checking there too. That's one of them things I want, but it's gonna be a find it in the wild kind of thing.
So Walmart's where I found my Fei Long. Walmart's actually the only place in my area that I see carrying them. Toys R
Huh.
Us carry them. It's like, well, okay, I'll go to Walmart for this for the first time ever. Walmart, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
Oops. Do I have yous?
Yep,
All right,
you're there,
guys.
but you're kind of glitching,
Yep.
kind of
All right,
freezing.
guys.
And coming back.
Clearly the technical issue is my route. Yeah. I'm gonna have to end the stream, guys. I'm having too many tech issues today.
All right.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me.
Oh, well, there he goes. I don't know if I'll wait for him for a minute to come back and officially end his stream. So there he is.
Yeah, guys, I apologize. I think what's going to have to happen today is I'm going to have to go and check the placement of my router. It's clearly not where I want it, and it's, I think, to blame for a lot of the reception issues today. So I am going to apologize for the last time, and I'm going to bring this one to an end today. But Darren, thanks for popping by and keeping me company on this Saturday morning, man. What do you got on the go this week?
I'm just going to be working in here, trying to get this room reorganized, try to move some figures around. I got to dust everything, get a review up on Retro Stalker, and that's really all about it. I might try and do some pictures, and then we got to talk about Backyard Battlefield because I think probably Wednesday on my channel, if that's good for y'all, but
That's good.
we'll confer on it some more and let everybody know.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the show. I said I didn't know when we'd be doing that, but it'll be far better than what you saw here today. I'll tell you that much.
Let's hope so.
God, gong show, yeah. That's all we can do is when you let Down South 77 run it, things are fine. Me and Aaron, you're rolling the dice.
That's because all I have to do is listen to you guys and punch a couple buttons. That's why.
Yeah, sorry, I did want to follow up. Triple C's got something major coming. So everybody, make
Nice.
sure you're keeping an eye on Triple C's channel. He's going to be showing us something you haven't been seeing. So that's going to be awesome. Triple C, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Woody 222 and Stanley, we'll see you guys later. So, yeah, 3-star. We're doing Backyard Battlefield. You're doing the Retro Stalker review. Do you have any orders you're expecting in this week? Sorry, did you say it's as much?
Just that retro card Cobra Commander is supposed to ship the 23rd, I think. So probably be next weekend. And I don't know if I'm going to be in town or not just yet. So that's all I got coming that I know of.
All right. And yeah, myself, I've got the Twilight Guard and Steel Core Commander should be showing up by Monday or Tuesday. I got some Delta 17s that are going to be probably showing up around the same time. So I'll have some reviews up. We'll try to get the reviews more steady. Saturday streams will be, we'll find out. Like, it's going to be a case-by-case scenario, but definitely going to be good to go for our Wednesday stream. And just a reminder, guys, keep yourselves tuned in, not just to myself or 3-star Draw or Aaron the Toy Enhancer and the other guys in the chat like Woody and Triple C. Punk with Toys. We're gonna bump out of September soon. We're gonna get into October soon, and coming into October, you're gonna see Toys for Tots coming up a lot as Punk starts doing his drive for that. And the Backyard Battlefield is going to be helping out with that. So you'll see us dipping over into Punk's territory again, like with me.
Yep. I think it's the 24th, 25th. It's that, whatever that Friday is. And since you mentioned Punk, Pop Blender is going to be on Thursday with a friend this coming Thursday. So, you guys, it's my cousin. So if you guys want to hear some more of his story that you guys don't know, he's got some good stories. So he'll be on Thursday with a friend this Thursday.
There you go. And if you haven't seen Pop Blender before, but you've heard me talk about him every now and then, and we've talked about him infinitely as a backyard battlefield. This is where is he in Tennessee? Is he in Memphis?
No, he's here in Nashville. He's without traffic, he's really only about 20 or 25 minutes from me, but he's in the city. I'm in the country.
Okay, so just think about Nashville, Tennessee, the kind of music industry and everything that they've got going on in Nashville. Pop Blender's a bartender and has been for a long time. He's a veteran and he's a class act, skilled bartender. So picture everything Tom Cruise tried to be in Cocktail and put it with the Tennessee accent, and that's Pop Blender. So he runs a really good chat, guys, really good show. Check him out. Yeah, Punk with Toys. I've been talking to Punk. I've got some things me and him have been talking about as well that I'm going to try out. We'll talk about those as they get developed. But man, this toy collecting tribe, this side of our things, the groups and the circles that we're traveling, we're having a lot of fun. I want to say thanks again to everybody in the chat that showed up, all 5 of you, for this very impromptu and terrible live. The only good thing about it was Darren showing up. So Down South 77, thank you very much. I'll see you backstage, buddy.
All right. Appreciate you having me on, guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. We'll see you in the chats.
See you guys. Bye.